Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am reviewing the Tarte Shape Tape Foundation. I have been so excited to try this and get my hands on this. There has been so much hype because, I mean, Shape Tape. The concealer has literally taken over the world. So as soon as I saw that it was available to buy, I bought it. For the sake of the review, right? And I posted on Instagram a little Insta story about it, and you guys were like, yes, let's do a review. Sounds good to me. So let's hop straight into it. I got the matte formula. They have the dewy finish and then they have the matte formula. And I got mine in the color Fair Light Neutral. So we shall see how this works. Oh my gosh, I just can't wait to put this on my face. This is large. It's so weird to see this packaging with, I don't know, they just look so cute together. It's $39 and that's the most I think I've ever spent on a foundation. I do not normally do high-end foundations. If you guys have seen any of my other makeup videos, I like to use the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Foundation. So this is a lot more expensive than drugstore stuff. Warning you right now before you think about purchasing it. I'm gonna prime my face and powder it and conceal it the usual way just to see like how it would work with this foundation. Makes sense. And so I'm going to go in and prime my face with the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. And I'm running out, and the sprays are getting like worse and worse. Do you see the water droplets on my face? I want to get the Morphe Continuous Mist primer. I don't know actually, is that a primer or setting spray or both? I don't know, but I want to get it. So I'm going to blend with my Beauty Blender on this half of my face, and I'm going to blend with a blending brush on this half of my face. Just because I want to give it the fairest trial possible. And sometimes I use my brush and sometimes I use my Beauty Blender. So here we go. Oh my gosh. You know what? This color actually matches pretty well. This is so weird. It's like putting on Shape Tape concealer, but it's not. It's foundation. I have no idea how much to put on at all. Let's blend this out and see what the coverage is like. That actually looks really... It looks really good. The coverage looks pretty darn good. I don't know, what do you guys think? I feel like this coverage is pretty good. Like, after obviously one application, I could build it more if I want, but like, you see the redness and stuff on my face, and this seems pretty good. I don't know, I think I like it, which I'm glad I like it, but I was also really scared to like it because it's so expensive. But yes, I will just roll with one application on this side of the face and move on to this side because I want to see what it looks like with a brush. So I know that beauty blenders tend to soak up the foundation and leave for lighter coverage, whereas brushes tend to really have fuller coverage. So now let's see what that looks like. See, like beauty blenders, I feel like blend it flawlessly, but it's a lighter coverage, whereas brushes can have some streaks, but the coverage is better. That's what I'm trying to say. I like being able to just dot this on my face versus this foundation that I have because it's so, let me show you. Like, it's just an open bottle, and that can be a little more awkward. Okay. Let's go in with the brush. This color looks so good on me. Like, I hardly feel like I have to blend it into my neck. I feel like it looks like it's a really good match, which I was so nervous about because I bought it online. But it looks really good. As far as what side I prefer for brush versus beauty blender, I don't know, what do you guys think? Brush, beauty blender. I think I almost like the brush side better just because I really do like full coverage. The pores on my nose, like around my nose area, are more visible than this way. So I'm just going to quickly finish it off with going over a brush for the rest of the time, if that makes sense, just to make the coverage even. And I'm going to just quickly like dot, 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 and blend over with a brush on my whole face. Okay, so this is really full coverage so far. I'm really liking this. I'm curious to see if it will oxidize at all. I haven't noticed that the Shape Tape oxidizes in any way. For me personally, I use the shade Light in my Shape Tape. So let's see, just for a little comparison, this is pretty pinky compared to this. This is definitely yellowier, but it's still like, at least in the color scheme online, it looked pretty pink, and I have a pink cool undertone to me. So let's see how Light Shape Tape builds on this, just like I do with any foundation. It's definitely lighter, which is good. I don't want it to match. I definitely like a solid layer of concealer under my eyes. I'm telling you, this girl likes her coverage. But I look so freaky, don't I? I look so freaky. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my Beauty Blender again, and I'm going to blend in the concealer under my eyes. I definitely advise using a softer applicator for concealer under the eyes. Brushes can be a little rough and pull at the skin. Beauty blenders, you just bounce in to the skin. So as far as my regular concealer, which is the Shape Tape concealer, sits on this foundation, I would say it blends in really well, and that doesn't surprise me because they are the same brand, right? And they have very similar ingredients. I have to say, I feel like my face might get a little bit creasy, but that's probably because I did like 2 applications basically, maybe more like 1.5. I don't know. I don't know if that was heavy to you or not, but I feel like my face might crease a little bit. I'm curious to see how it is throughout the day. It's not so much a smoothing foundation, just because I do notice that you can see little bumps and texture, and I know some foundations are better at smoothing out the texture, and I wonder if the dewy finish would be better at that. But it is matte, and that tends to happen with matte. It tends to really make the dry textured areas stand out. But for someone with oily skin like me, that's okay. I'd rather have that than be like just super shiny all day. But the major pro to this matte foundation formula is that it is super covering. The coverage on this is really good, I think. I don't know if the camera's picking up how good this coverage is, but it's good without looking cakey. Note that it could be a little bit creasy for you, and maybe pick up on that texture that you're not necessarily wanting to be, you know, out in the open. But it's nothing like terrible. I've just noticed it's not as smooth as some other foundations I've tried. So next it's time to go in with powder, because I'm really curious to see what this looks like all powdered up. I have to say though, this is, oh, I should have done this earlier, like the little sticky test. It's not very sticky. So if you already have like a combination to dry skin and you are using this matte formula, you might not want to put powder on your face. I have to put powder on my face, otherwise I'll feel like I'm going crazy. So I'm gonna go in with this Coty Airspun Loose Powder, and I'm just gonna go in with my Beauty Blender for the under eyes. I like to halfway bake, I guess. I don't like to actually like let it sit on there. I kind of just use that to blend it out. Okay, under eyes are powdered, and then I'm gonna go in with my fluffy powder brush and powder up this face. Okay, so the face is powdered. So now I'm just going to finish up with the rest of my makeup, and I'll be back. Okay guys, so I am back and my camera died, so that is why it is dark outside. The day that I filmed 2 videos back to back is the day that I guess my battery wasn't fully charged to begin with. But anyway, my full face is on and it's actually been on here for a while because I've been talking for another video. If you want to see how I did this look, stay tuned because this is the next video going up, my Valentine's Day makeup look. And anyway, so final thoughts of the foundation. Yeah, just going with the theme of it has really good coverage and it's really matte and it doesn't feel sticky, and I love that. So for that reason, this is why I think it is worth it. But I do notice it is not as forgiving with areas where there might be some texture. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. So if you're really conscious about texture, if you have acne or whatever it is that you might want to smooth out, this might not be the foundation for you. But yeah, I really do like it. This definitely gets a thumbs up from me. I just wish it wasn't so expensive, but I do know that the ingredients that Tarte uses, they're supposed to be pretty good for your skin, and most drugstore foundations obviously aren't really that way. I'm just curious to see if this will end up in my February favorites video, if I keep going back to this foundation, or if over time I start hating it. Hopefully not, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. So if you like this kind of video, the kind of buy and try first impressions, go ahead and give me a like. Comment down below if you plan on trying the Shape Tape, either the matte or the dewy foundation, let me know. Also, comment below maybe if there's something you want to see me try, some new product that maybe I haven't heard of or I just need to try, spend all my money on. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Keep smiling and have a wonderful day.